Hello, welcome to Waypoint Survival. Today, I want to show you how to turn this can into an amazing micro stove. Stay tuned. To make this project, you're going to need a few things. First of all, you're going to need some sort of a tin that has a lid and a spout like that. You're going to need a cordless drill or a powered drill with a 5/64 drill bit. You need some of this aluminized tape. It's sticky on one side, and this is for duct work. You're also going to need a small strip of aluminum, and you can get this off of a can or a piece of a gutter or anything that you want. Aluminum can will work fine. It's just a little thinner. The first thing you want to do is remove the lid, and then you can use a torch or you can put this in a fire, and this is soldered on, and so once the heat gets high enough you can pull this right off. So I've already done that, and then you want to clean this side up here from the solder with a piece of sandpaper. Next, you want to take your strip of aluminum, and it needs to be big enough that it can go all the way around inside of the lid, and also just a little bit higher. So it's literally almost the same height, but it's just a little bit higher than this when you set it down. So it's just above that by a hair or so. Then you take your drill bit and you want to drill a series of holes all the way along the bottom, as I've done here. You can see that. Next, you want to take your drill and you want to put 8 holes in the very top, right under this lip. So there's 8 holes. Just kind of guess. They don't have to be exactly equidistant from each other, but make sure you don't pierce this inner ring there. That's very important. Next, you take your piece of aluminum and you want to turn it into a circle so that it overlaps, and you can do this with your fingers, or you can use something like a stick that's about the right diameter, and it needs to be fairly round. It needs to completely overlap, and what we're looking for is that it will fit inside of this spout. Now, these holes are at the top, and the holes that we put in our strip of aluminum are at the bottom. So it goes together like this. And that needs to fit fairly snugly inside. We're creating a double wall. You can see that. Then we take our lid, and sometimes this has a plastic, like a safety, child protective outer covering on it that you have to cut off with a knife. That's fairly easy to do. You just want this metal, and then there also will be a plastic, or this one had a cardboard type liner to help seal it up, but we're going to take that out as well. And then we're going to take the bottom of this and we're going to put it together just like so, and we're going to press fit it together. It takes a little bit of doing, and you have to work with it a little bit, but you can get it if you work with it. I'll do that and get back with you. When you're done, you'll have something that looks like this. Now do be careful, because this metal's fairly soft and it's easy to smash. The next thing you want to do is take your aluminum tape and make sure that you have enough to go all the way around and a little bit more. I'm going to peel off the one side of it, and we're going to put it on just under the burn holes. As you do this, it's important to work your way around and make sure and compress it so that you just have the burn holes exposed. Work your way around. We don't want any leaks. This has to be completely airtight. It'll fold up a little bit on you, but you push those in just like that, and you work your way all the way around. I'll do that and show you what it looks like. When you're finished, you'll have something that looks like this. Again, the tape just under the burn holes, but not too long that it sticks out the bottom of the lid. And so this is what you have. You have an inner with the holes at the bottom, and you have the outer with the holes at the top. And what this does when you put the alcohol in there, it allows it to superheat and then turns these into little burners. It's a little burner ring, so each one of these will jet as it gets hot. If you remember from my last video, we made this little stove, and what's nice is this will fit right inside an Altoids tin, and it will close, so you can carry this in your pocket. Now, one other thing that I did, and this was a suggestion from someone else, and I actually modified it to fit my own purposes. I put some aluminum foil in here. Of course, this can be used for cooking or baking, but this is also for a windscreen. What I did is I took a screwdriver and I put 4 slots. I marked it with a Sharpie so that when I open the little folding stove, I can fit it inside of each of these slots and push it down, and it forms a stable base, just like that. So this doesn't rock around as much. And then my little alcohol stove will sit right in the center, just like that. And then of course I have my windscreen, which I can unfold and place around it, which it's pretty good size actually. I folded it double, but you can see here, so we can go all the way around it, just like this, and that will help keep the alcohol burning so that the wind doesn't blow it out. One other cool little hack that goes with this set is this is a small bottle of vanilla, and it just happens to be the exact and perfect size that it will fit inside of an Altoids tin. And I thought that was really nice, and this will hold enough alcohol easily for 2, probably 3 burns, depending on how much you put in here. So we're going to go ahead and fill that up. And of course this is made to hold liquid, so it's not a problem. And also pour without spilling. We want to fill it all the way up to the top, just like that. And I found that this will boil a cup of water, 8 ounces, in about 6 minutes. And with the pot on top, you get about a total of 8 minutes of burn time. Without that, it's only about 6. Now I didn't put any salt with this to make it show up better, but we're going to go ahead and light it. Alright, you can feel the heat coming off. And now we're going to put our pot on top and adjust our foil so that it shields it from the wind. And there we have it burning. Like I said, of course, we don't have any salt in the alcohol to make it show up and burn yellow, but it is burning. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but the jets are really working. And within just a few minutes, we have a rolling boil. Of course, this will go even faster if you have a lid on it. But this is a really great little stove, and it's quite efficient. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also make sure and check out the links in the description box below, just under the down arrow. And while you're down there, you'll also find our waypointsurvival.com link. And this is where you can sign up to take great survival and bushcraft training classes here at our beautiful facility in Southern Ohio. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.